feel accomplished. That's where they feel that I am a man.
Mm.
That comes with it. So if our women aren't even up for it, then it's like, damn, that's disheartening.
What's the reason for that, you think, though? I have to ask you that if women as a whole or in growing increments are starting to say the same thing, why do you think that is if
I
you
think that it's like that because it's a lot of people that's hurt and they have platforms and they're not healing and they think that they're healing. They call it healing, but you're not healed.
so if
Because if you was, then you wouldn't that wouldn't even be a conversation that'll come out of your mouth.
so I'm talking about I received that. I guess I'm asking you, where is the hurt coming from? Can we take it a step further? Like, can we get down to the root of it?
I mean that hurt is coming from self. The only person that can hurt you is yourself.
That's interesting. Okay.
I don't know if that's true.
Thank
I mean I'm saying of course words hurt, actions hurt, absolutely, right? But as they say, time heals all.
so
Or even going through that spiritual process of healing yourself. So, but if you aren't able to let go of that baggage, or if you're not able to let go of that hurt, then who is hurting you? Only you at
but
that point.
Biz, we can talk about the residuals of, the hurt, and it ripples, right? We could talk about the effects, but what I'm asking you is about the where the hurt is coming from, because it's hard to heal from something if you keep experiencing those same things from different people. And I get it, things do come back to you, right? But like, what I'm talking about is a social issue. So, and I would love to hear why Kelly disagreed with you on that.
Well, what I was going to say, I know Hink said that most men want kids. I think most women do too, but they don't want, like Chanel said earlier, she didn't want a kid with someone who was an alcoholic. And I think that's the same with any other woman. Like, they might want a kid, but this person that they're dealing with might not be suitable. So I think that's why women say, well, I don't want a kid right now, because maybe the person that they're dealing with isn't the right fit to raise a family or to,
So
what?
so why deal with them?
They
You
don't. That's what
don't. You
I'm saying.
don't. You move
You move
on.
on.
She moved on. Most women move on when it's not the right fit. Most women do. And until they find that person that they feel like, okay, he can be a good father. He can be a good husband. Then they're more open to the idea of having a baby. I mean, some people just have a baby just because they had sex and they got pregnant. But some people are more mindful of bringing a child into the world.
I kind of wanted to tie in what Remy was trying to say and what Viz was saying. So Viz was saying that the hurt comes from the person, and Remy is like, okay, so where's the root of that pain outside of just that person? We know it can be through your family, through trauma, through experiences that you've had. But what I think Viz is saying is that as we grow older, until we heal ourselves, and because so many people have now platforms in a place where they can speak about their pain without being healed, we're continuing this narrative that we just continue to push forward, right? You just keep going, you keep the pain behind you, and it'll never spark back up. But what we end up seeing is that we get into relationships where we run back into our trauma because we've never healed ourselves from the situations that we've gone through, which then becomes this picture in which we built this wall of, now I can't trust anyone because everyone that I gave my trust to betrayed my trust, not realizing that you didn't trust yourself or the judgment that you had to begin with. So all you're doing, and something I think Remy will say, is that, who you are, you tend to reflect out into the universe and attract. So if
Yeah.
you're a hurt person, you're going to attract hurt people. It doesn't matter how much you clean it up, how cute you look, what you're going through. You are going to attract those people, and you're going to keep running into those people in different forms until
Mm-hmm.
you actually heal yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And you're healed or starting to become healed because you tend to start meeting people on that same journey.
Mm-hmm.
You'll start people that are going through that same thing. So I agree with what everyone is understand, but I think how we put it all together is that until we're able to heal ourselves and go through that process of actually doing that, we're going to continue to have bad relationships. We're going to continue to be in this place where we feel like we don't want families, we don't want to get married, because the truth of the matter is we don't trust our own judgment when it comes to dating people, when it comes to making these decisions, and we don't want to make a mistake. And the best way to do that is to keep yourself secluded.
And I would say that that's sabotaging. You're self-sabotaging in that case. I would even say with most human beings being habitual creatures, you say that you don't want this anymore, but you still find it in a different person because that's where you're comfortable at.
Mm-hmm.
So it's easy to blame the other person. It's easy to say, "Oh, he hurt me. He hurt me." That's easy. But the actual work, that's the part that a lot of people don't want to do.
Yeah. Go ahead, King.
All right, so I'm going to say this. I think a lot of times people are afraid to put the work in, and they're getting the results out of it that they should have expected. There are a lot of times the guys walk around saying, if I can be blunt, that crazy coochie is good coochie. And then they turn around and wonder why they have a disconnected relationship with the person that they came inside of. They got to go ahead and take responsibility for that, right? There are a lot and then also another thing, having a penis makes you a male. It doesn't make you a man. So ladies, you're going to have to start to stop giving the job of being your man to a guy that's not showing any job skills. What I mean by that is this: if they have no woman in their life who that they show care and compassion for without vagina in exchange, then you're hiring a rookie to the job. And a rookie's going to make rookie mistakes. So in that capacity, you can do better. You got to find a guy that cares for someone just because that person exists. Whether it is a senior citizen, whether it is a family member, a niece, a nephew, find someone who practices compassion or treat them like they're on probation. Don't go having raw sex with somebody who has never exhibited compassion for another human being and then acting shocked at the results of your actions. Just make wise decisions, man.
Y'all ate that. I ain't gonna hold you. Thank you for that. Like, for real.